Hi, thank you for stopping by. My name is Natalie. This channel is all about inclusive fashion and queer content. Have you been looking to binge watch queer holiday movies to get into the spirit? You've come to the right place. Here are my top 10 queer holiday movies to watch this holiday season. Number 10, The Christmas House. This movie has a taste of both comedy and drama. It tells the story of characters Bill and Phyllis, who is an older married couple. They invited their 2 adult sons to stay with them for the 2 weeks leading up to Christmas. The adult sons are Brandon, a baker who's married to Jake, and Mike, an actor who's straight and single. The parents are going through a difficult time right now, and they're hoping that having the family together will bring back, the good vibes. The family decides to revisit some old family traditions together, including transforming the family house into the Christmas house. And they do that by extensively decorating it both inside and out. So while this is going on, Brandon and his husband Jake are dealing with the stress of trying to adopt their first child, and Mike is dealing with stress associated with changes with his job, while he's also reconnecting with Andy, his high school sweetheart. It is just a feel-good family movie. Number 9, The Christmas House 2, Deck Those Halls. In the sequel of the original, which was number 10, the brothers Brandon and Mike compete to see who can create the best Christmas house. This came as part of a live televised celebrity holiday decoration contest called Deck Those Halls. But when Mike's competition drops out of Deck Those Halls, the producers decide to pit him against his gay brother for even better ratings. So naturally, testosterone, sibling rivalry, and madness ensues, along with lots of humor and moments of sweetness, because, after all, this is a holiday movie. Number 8, The Christmas Setup. This movie tells the story of Hugo, a neurotic New York City attorney who takes his college best friend, Madeline, to spend the holiday with his mother in Milwaukee after his father passed away. Hugo and his mother have a close relationship, but sometimes she can get overly invested in his personal life. Unbeknown to him, before he even arrived in Milwaukee, his mother had set him up to reconnect with his high school crush, Patrick, during the visit. So all of this is happening while Hugo is fighting to make partners with his law firm. This is actually the very first queer Christmas movie that was ever broadcasted by Lifetime TV. Number 7, Under the Christmas Tree. This movie is a romantic comedy that premiered on Lifetime television. It's a cute and wholesome story, actually. Unlike typical queer movies, this one has no tension around coming out. There's no tension around being in the hostile environment. It's a simple and down-to-earth story about 2 women whose paths unexpectedly cross when Charlie finds the perfect Christmas tree for the Maine governor's holiday celebration in the backyard of this marketing exec called Alma. It feels very homey and warm as you're watching it, and it just has a perfect little happy ending. Number 6. If you're looking for some good old drag comedy content, you have to check out The Who Stole Christmas. You can stream it on Amazon. This Christmas comedy film features RuPaul and 20 RuPaul's Drag Race contestants, among other celebrities. You want to watch this movie if you're into camp comedy, into drag, into cheesy humor. It was advertised as the draggiest Christmas movie ever made, so you should expect ridiculousness, over-the-top cheese, fun, it's silly, it's Ru's content, so what do you expect? Number 5, Carol. Carol is a classic movie set in New York City during Christmas time in the early 50s. It's a romantic drama period piece that really tells a story of a forbidden love and the tension that comes along with it. This movie is a queer classic. It is loaded with charm, beautiful scenery, amazing writing, loads of nostalgia. The fashion is impeccable, and romance. Number 4, A New York Christmas Wedding. You know that girl who dated a girl in high school or college, and then when she got to her early 20s and saw that all her friends were getting married to men, she decided to also marry a man and pretended that that part of her life never existed? This movie is about her. It's about the what ifs of life. It's about the missed opportunities. You know, what if we could see the future? What if we could turn back time? It's an interesting story about getting another chance with your high school sweetheart and being able to see an alternate future where you end up with someone else and what that feels like when you choose that path, as opposed to the path of your most honest and truthful self. Before we get to the top 3 movies, I want to remind you to subscribe to my channel for a new video every Sunday evenings. Number 3, A Jenkins Family Christmas. After burying their father, who was a well-respected member of the community, 2 sisters, Benita and Beverly, try to bring their entire family together to keep his Christmas traditions alive. Unfortunately, though, the sisters can barely stand each other, so that's already a task. The humor ensues from there, and the only grandson, who is gay, brings home his longtime boyfriend, who also happens to be white. It's really a classic story of a Black family coping with grief, coming out, interracial dating, divorce, family secrets, and good old, family dysfunction. It's funny, it's heartwarming, relatable, and has an adorable ending. Number 2, Single All the Way. It's gonna give you all the Christmas feels. This is Netflix's first gay Christmas movie, and it follows the story of a perpetually single man who convinces his best friend to pretend to be his boyfriend for the holidays because his family is deeply afraid he's gonna end up alone. Unbeknown to him, his meddling mom already had plans to set him up on a blind date with someone else. So while he's there pretending to have a boyfriend, mom's got this guy in the background that he now has to see. So naturally, hilarity ensues, and it has a really unexpected ending that ends up being very sweet, as it really touches upon the love of a mother for her son, the love between his mom and dad, the love of him and his best friend. It's just a whole lot of love in that movie, all different types of loves, and you're gonna walk away feeling really, really good. Now, finally, on to our number 1 movie, Happiest Season. If you've ever been in the closet, or if you've ever dated someone who was in the closet, you're going to be able to relate to this movie. It's both funny and insightful. You'll experience all the emotions that come along with being closeted, the uncertainty you experience as you're trying to figure out who you are, what you like, what you don't like, the terror of being found out as you're going through this private experience, the freedom of being out when you start being more open about who you are, learning to love your authentic self from there, and the sweetness of finally finding true love and being able to know what that love feels like. What all these people were describing in these love songs, you finally know what that feels like. It's a really magical experience to go through all of that with Christmas being in the background. I like the fashion, colors, humor, the shade, but it's also beautiful, refreshing, and very, very gay. Have you ever seen any of these movies? What is your favorite queer holiday movie? Leave your comments in the box below. Thanks for watching.